Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our Final Fantasy Tactics playthrough series. It is great to be here and I hope you're doing well, folks. So a lot has happened kind of off camera as I simply transitioned from Golgaran to Barrios Valley. So we did get into a random battle here, of course. Nothing too crazy. Sort of mopped up the enemies there without an issue. And then I decided, well, why don't I just check Wargilis for a few new items in the shop. And sure enough, there were some new items there. So I bought a new samurai sword, some wizard staffs. The brigandine is available for sale and the diamond armlet as well. Spent some gold, a little bit of gold. You know, we'll just kind of see what that can do to accentuate our overall team. And then we did learn a few new skills, nothing really too crazy. But I got the fairy summon spell for Stouty for some healing and magic attack up for Roxy. So that's kind of where we're looking right now, and we're about to pop into Lionel Castle, which is, of course, one of the more, I guess, memorable battles in this entire game. So let's pop on in and see what's awaiting for us at Lionel Castle. Of course, we are, chasing down the Cardinal. And supposedly the princess is still here. We're looking to, of course, save her. So let's go. At the gate of Lionel Castle, and what this usually denotes is there's multiple battles at the same location. So at the gate, let's go. Alright, what do we have? So we're going to be able to set our team. Looks like just capacity 1, Ramza, right there. And then we have the remaining members of our squad here. So let's get them just kind of right in the middle. Hard to tell what's shallow and what's not. But you guessed it, Rivaldi, Colden, Stouty, and Roxy. So let's go. At the gate of Lionel Castle. Wait there, I'll open the gate. Familiar voice. Not so fast. And it's none other than Gafgarian. You got in alright, but didn't notice an ambush. I feel like we get ambushed a lot in this game. So in come the enemy, and Ramza says, darn. Ramza, it's me you must fight with. On guard. So yes, there is kind of a 1v1 element going on here with Ramza and Gafgarian, of course. And then our troops on the outskirts here need to take on 6 enemy units. Now this isn't just some cakewalk battle for sure. The enemy is well kitted here and ready for a fight for sure. So let's see what we can do here. Green Beret and the archer there. I mean, these enemies mostly have pretty strong and relevant equipment. Alright, so looking good. Rivaldi here. I mean, I don't love just getting right up on 2 knights, right? It's a good way to just get killed. But let's take out this archer and see if we can have some success. Got 2 big hits off on him, which is great. Gafgarian's going now, and should probably check his equipment. And we'll certainly have our work cut out for us here. Looks like Gafgarian has some speed on us as well. So we'll certainly want to check this for our little 1v1 fight we have here. So Gafgarian's rocking 8 speed. He's got that ancient sword as well. It's a very nice sword. And of course his dark sword skill, which hits us for 63, so that's a pretty big hit. Now Ramza's got speed 8 as well. Okay. So what we don't want to do is run Ramza out of mana here, right? And otherwise, let's just see. What happens if we target him with Holy? 418 damage, my goodness. I mean, we can get this up before he goes again, right? We certainly can. I think you kind of have to. Otherwise, what does Fire 3 do? 250. Okay, so we could Fire 3 him. 90% chance to hit. It would be a tragedy if it missed. Holy is 100%. Let's do it. 418 damage. Let's go, Gafgarian. I've about had enough of you anyways. So Roxy's going to be taking a shot here. And lightning does strike as well. Not good. So this is part of the reason why I gave Stouty the fairy summon spell. It does heal. I mean, it heals much better than this Moogle here. But of course, we could get the Moogle off. I mean, otherwise, like, what are we looking at here? So if we wanted to set up like an Ice 4. Got Leopold, Ivory, Ophelia, Sabrina, Thompson. So Ivory, Sabrina, Thompson, Ophelia, and Leopold. Yeah, it's just not really worth it here, is it? So I think what I have to do is I have to use a Moogle on Roxy. Leopold, Ivory. Who's this guy again? He's Leopold. Okay. Let's see if the knight will take a little spear shot. Alright, so Moogle's coming down on the field. Now, admittedly, it's a little, wasteful, but Roxy's got to get, healed up. She did take a hit. And then a little bonus attack damage from that lightning bow. And she obviously is the target here. So what we need Ramza to do is quickly take care of Gafgarian. I suppose we have weapon break, man. Get out of here with that. We do have a revive with Colden if we absolutely need it. But these folks are not being very nice. And I am very concerned about the summoner. Alright, so the summoner is targeting Roxy here with Ramu. Alright, so since she's pretty much down already, let's see if we can't just go for the kill here. I mean, it's possible. He is charging. Almost. Nice, heavy hit there, Roxy. That's just not quite enough. Pure light. Shine on bloody impurity. Holy. See you later, Gafgarian. Boom. 418 on Gafgarian, and he's not going to be too happy about that. So Ramu is coming down here. It's going to take out Roxy. Like I said, we do have Colden that can bring her back up. It was important for her to get out of the range of our other characters. Gafgarian, is this the end? Goodbye, Gafgarian. Spirit turns into a crystal. How about that? So Gafgarian is officially dead now. Let's get the archer down because they can reach our spellcasters, of course. So Ramza is absolutely going to need to get this crystal. To get that MP back, use to cast Holy, of course. And maybe there's a way he can kind of support from within the walls there. Although not a great way. We can try to get him up on top and see if he can maybe rain some spells down. Alright, so protect it is. And a level up. And what do we have for the archer here? He's going to target Colden. I mean, yeah, all day. Target Colden. He's near invincible. Alright, Stouty. This is going to be an opportunity to get a little offensive here. Alright, so this is going to be a good opportunity. I mean, obviously, we want to do some Shiva here. So this will take care of the summoner. And also hit the knight. Definitely good to take out the summoner here. And this knight has weapon break, which is very scary. So let's get a poke on her as well. 81, that's a very hefty hit there. Colden, way to go. And Shiva coming on down. Just the iconic spell of Shiva. It's probably the first summon spell that you see. And it does take care of both of the knights and the summoner, which is very good. Let's sink some blades into the knights with their ninja here. And what do we have? A physical hit. That's alright. Sabrina be throwing stones. Alright, we have Ramza here. Let's get him all the way up. Let's see what type of support he can, like, quite literally rain down. We, of course, need to get Roxy up. And we certainly will. Can use Colden for that. Ramza, unfortunately, is out of range, it appears. So we need Colden to focus on that. Pretty straight shot there into Stouty, but Stouty's doing alright. In fact, Stouty's got a response here for you. How about some Ice 3 action? Let's go. 121. And Punch Art Revive. Might need a few shots at this, but 79% chance is a good one. Welcome back, Roxy. Good hit there, Rivaldi. And there are but few foes left. Ice 3 coming down. This is going to be a heavy hit. It won't kill, but it's a heavy hit. Throwing stones, of course. Alright, Ramza, this is about the maximum amount of range that you have here. So we have Roxy going next. Let's see if we can do something a bit crafty here, huh? We sure can. See if we can raise the Brave on our Brave Warrior Colden here. And of course what that does is it gives him a better percent chance of his reaction skill going off. Which is very good for a warrior that's always on the front lines, right? Just doing some work. Rivaldi getting up there. And just doing what the ninja does best. Covering a lot of ground. And getting opportune hits. In the back and so forth. Alright, Roxy, here's a much-deserved heal for you. 222, a whopping amount of healing there. And O'Neal, what's he going to do? Shoot Roxy? Of course he will. Of course. Alright, Stouty the Summoner. Put him in his place here, Stouty. Alright, so that was a nice little guard there, I must admit. Stouty's going to be taking care of business here. Business has been taken care of, and a job level up as a reward. Alright, what else do we have going on here? Let's get a little protect on the one that is so constantly under barrage of arrows and the like. And it looks like the ninja is going to take care of business here. So business has been taken care of. Ramza says, we must save the princess before reinforcements arrive. So let's go. So the battle wraps up there. Pretty fun battle overall, right? 11,100 gil. So that's 700 gil mithril helmet as a little bonus. And folks, we get an opportunity to save. And then we pop right into the castle for the big fight. The big show, if you will. So we're going to go ahead and just take care of that here in this episode. Otherwise, we're looking at a sub 20-minute episode. So let's go in and let's figure out what awaits us at Lionel Castle here. So we do get the opportunity to quickly kind of look over our team if we like. I don't really think there's much we can do. Ramza doesn't quite have enough for what he's saving up for. Roxy the Oracle, 446. Let's get the sleep spell. And let's call it good there. So another fight, and this one's going to be a bit more interesting. So now we have inside of Lionel Castle. Into the inside of the castle we go, and we have a familiar face. Of course, this is the Cardinal. Cardinal Draclau. Gafgarian is not as good as he says. Or was it bad luck? Anyhow, you're good. You have Beoulve blood in your veins. Even if you are a rather colorful term there. But I don't need your interference anymore. Leave the stone here. If you resist, I'll show no mercy. Where is Princess Ovalia? Why must you save her? You deserted the Beoulves. What can you change by yourself? Don't waste energy. Without power, nothing can be achieved. You're powerless. Where's the princess? She's not here. She left for Zeltenia. She chose our help over yours. That's a lie. She has begun to think for herself. She felt unsure of you and chose us for obvious reasons to take the throne. Why don't you join us? You want to get the best of your brother's sales, right? We care about the world too. How about it? I don't want to change the world. I just can't allow people to suffer and die because of some elitist ideas. My goodness, Ramza, you are spot on. Couldn't agree with you more, my friend. Change the world? You think anyone really can? I'm not that reckless. Ha, you're the one holding the stone. You can change not only the world, but the truth of everything with its power. Since you don't seem to understand, let me show you. And we're about to witness the true power of the Holy Stone here, folks. Draclau is going to display it for us here. And this is just an iconic summon scene here, right? A transformation scene. It just sticks with you. Should stick with anybody that has played this game. And he goes from a mere human into a freakazoid, an abomination, right? And that abomination is, of course, Tainted King Quecklane. Haha, how about that? Surprised? Now let me have my fun. Let me hear your screams and suffering death cries. And onward into battle we go versus the Tainted King. And this is a big boy. This is a big fellow. And this is one of the many Lucavis that we are going to be fighting throughout this game. And now I believe you're probably understanding why everybody is so interested in the Holy Stones, right? We have a Holy Stone on us as well, right? So obviously they hold great power as they can transform you into an abomination of nature. This fella right here is Quekling, the Impure King. You don't know much about him. You don't know his HP, MP, Brave, Faith, none of that. You can't check his status to check his moves. One thing to note about this fellow here, as evidenced by this attack, he is going to use a lot of status effects. So let's get Rivaldi right up there quick, and let's just get some hits on him. Definitely need to. We have Ramza that can use Asuna. I think that is probably the appropriate play here. So White Magic Isuna. Could also one-turn cast Holy here. That's going to do 354 damage. My goodness, that is a big hit, but let's take the more careful approach instead. Let's use some Isuna. And let's get the rest of our team back up in fighting shape here. Alright, Colden. Your turn, bud. Let's go get him. Let's do a bit of a stab here. That's a good hit. Great hit. Stouty. Stouty can get a Shiva off. So why don't we do that? And then I want to create a lot of space here. I want to create space between my units and Quekling here. But Roxy does hit pretty good physically. That's a big hit at 91. In fact, I believe it did more damage than Colden even. Impressive stuff. Stouty dropping down some Shiva, which hits for 146. A very, very big hit. So what are you going to do, Quekling? He is going to just smash Roxy there. Not good. But luckily, we have the means of getting her back up. So let's go, Rivaldi. Let's just stay on him as you do so well. And it looks like that's actually enough. So Quekling is going to fall here. And we win a fight with our first Lucavi. I'm immortal. How can I be losing? It's impossible. I can't die until he resurrects. So you gotta wonder what kind of weird stuff that Cardinal was into, right? But rest in peace, Cardinal Draclau and Quekling, the Tainted King. You're done. And we are able to claim our second Holy Stone here, folks. So now you are starting to see the importance of the Holy Stone and the overall plot of the game, right? So the battle is won against our first Lucavi, and we bag 8 grand for our efforts here. And this is actually going to wrap up Chapter 2 as well. So there's some, there's a bit of story going on here. So inside of Zeltenia Castle. And we have another familiar face. And that fellow back there with the cape on his head and the purple armor, he is going to be an important character. We have Goltana. It's you who saved Ovalia. Delta, Black Sheep Knight under Baron Grims in Hyrule. I was sent by order of Baron Grims to save the princess. I've returned. Mission completed. Minister Gelwin. Hyrule? Never heard of him. The Baron died in battle last month with the Ryumoku. The Black Sheep were entirely wiped out. That's why I returned. How's the princess? Ken Babrif. Sleeping soundly. She's exhausted from the long trip. Orlandu. I heard you brought a prisoner. Yes, sir. Bring him. Why did you kidnap the princess? We framed Goltana to prevent him from Lazalia taking the regency. Who gave you the order? Prince Larg? one of Goltana's aides who wants to join Larg. Okay, so a little more treachery. Kelvin says, ridiculous, no aides would do that. Silence this lout. No need, listen. Who is that? Talk, now. Will you save my life? Alright, I promise. Who is it? Him, Minister Gelwin. So we have more treachery here, folks, and it seems to be a common theme in the Final Fantasy Tactics story. How dare you? It's a lie. I don't even know you. Who seduced you? The Queen? That's absurd. I don't know anything. Treason's a serious crime, Minister. Delita pulls the blade. I said I don't know a thing. Delita is not convinced. And whether that's righteous or not, I mean, if that squire there is telling the truth, it is indeed treason. Let me say this. We must go to the capital with the Nanton now, or they may hold you responsible for this plot. First, let's remove Orinus and the Queen, then get the princess on the throne. So it's kind of a big plot going on here. Obviously the princess is sort of just a pawn in what appears to be a big game. Goltana went to Lasalia, confined Ruvelia in Bethla for kidnapping the princess, and let the princess accede to the throne. Ballard insisted Orinus was the legitimate successor and had him accede to the throne. Then Larg became the regent as a guardian. Immediately after, Larg sent the Hokuton led by Orinus to Bethla to rescue the Queen. Meanwhile, Goltana sent the Nanton led by Ovalia. So there's kind of a lot there, but what you have to understand is there's two forces sort of, I guess, more directly going against one another now. And it's, of course, the beginning of the upheaval, which would later be called the Lion War. Here, folks. So see if you're following along with the story here. It does get a little convoluted. There's a lot of names. Some of them are faceless even, right? But that does wrap up Chapter 2 here, folks. So we're going to get a little intro to Chapter 3. And we'll actually do that, the intro to Chapter 3, we will do that in the next episode here. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I do want to thank you so much for your viewership. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you are enjoying the playthrough series here on the channel, please consider becoming a subscriber. We'll love to have you. You know, Final Fantasy Tactics is a labor of love for me. It's a game I'm very passionate about. It's a game I have, played many times throughout my life, and it's just one of the best games out there, if you ask me. It scratches a certain itch, and, in embarking on this kind of YouTube journey, right, I've obviously been putting a lot of thought into the games I want to feature on the channel. Why not feature my favorite game of all time, right? So that's kind of the thought. I hope you're getting enjoyment out of it. If you are, please subscribe. Follow along for, pretty much every significant battle in this game. We'll be getting there in a casual manner. So with that said, folks, I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate your viewership. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.